Warning, 30 Screams or Less may contain spoilers about movies that have recently been released. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, come back, and enjoy the show. Or, if you don't want to waste your time watching the movie and rather have two random horror dudes watch it for you, we got you covered as well. Welcome everyone to 30 Screams or Less, a horror movie podcast where we review horror movies in 30 minutes or less. Today's movie we're going to be reviewing is called Silent Night, Deadly Night. Not the original, the remake that came out this year that's on Screambox. It's directed by Mike P. Nelson, written by Mike P. Nelson, Michael Hickney, and Paul Kamey, starring Rohan Campbell, and fucking Rohan Campbell.
I tried to get him on the podcast.
Oh, God.
Because he's going to be at Texas Frightmare.
That would have been a good idea. I would have words for him. No, not quite. We'll talk about all that, though. Ruby Modine as Pamela Sims and Mark Akeson, I think that's Akeson. Yeah, Mark Akeson as Charlie / the Shotgun Santa. The plot of the movie is, after seeing his parents killed by someone dressed as Santa, a grown man later wears a Santa suit himself and seeks violent revenge. Can I chime in real quick on that? That is not the plot at all.
Yeah, IMDb kind of lied.
IMDb is full-blown lying at the moment, and you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I say we just talk about it rather than doing the whole fucking making our own plot deal. Unless you want to make it. Yeah, fuck it. No, we're not gonna remake the plot on this one. We're gonna talk about it because IMDb, you done fucked up. That's wrong. But first, Corey, true horror story. Looked in the mirror this morning, my beard an absolute nightmare. Dry, wild, looked like it clawed its way out of a crypt.
That's terrifying, man. Did you hit it with that beard octane?
Oh yeah, beard wash, conditioner, beard oil brought it back from the dead.
Fellas, don't let your beard turn into a creature feature. Keep it alive and kicking with Beard Octane.
And right now, hit beardoctane.com, use code 30screams10, get 10% off. Save some cash and save your beard from becoming a horror show.
Bad beard day? We've had plenty. Beard Octane's the fix. We swear by it.
It's here. It's terrifying. It's Texas Frightmare weekend, May 22nd through 24th at the Irving Convention Center. Meet your favorite horror icons from Scream, Saw, Leprechaun, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Mimic, and more. Plus other events and horror merchandise. Don't miss out on the Southwest Premier Horror Convention, Texas Frightmare Weekend, May 22nd through the 24th at the Irving Convention Center. Visit TexasFrightmareWeekend.com. 30 Screams or Less starts now. Corey, what did you think of Silent Night, Deadly Night?
So going into this, I was already ready to hate it because I'm not exactly a fan of remakes, especially when it's based on a movie that I love, and also one that is a must-watch for me every year during the holidays. The original is kind of untouchable for me, but I'll admit, this one did surprise me. It's so different that I'm not even sure why they kept the same name, because aside from Billy and a few callbacks, it's basically doing its own thing, and somehow it actually worked.
I couldn't agree with you more. That's exactly what it was, is that there was some callbacks. There was one I fucking popped on like you wouldn't believe. And
Garbage Day?
Yeah, Garbage Day. Hey, Billy, it's Garbage Day. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta kind of put that in. I feel like it's sacrilege if you don't, especially if you're, because that happened in the second movie, but still.
Yeah, I know, but it was still like a nice callback to, the second movie of the series. This was definitely its own thing, and I see what you're saying is that it should have been called something different. I will say this. So, Rohan Campbell, when I saw Halloween Ends, I was so pissed off. That movie pissed me off. And then seeing him, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to see this because Halloween Ends sucked so bad that I have just this awful taste in my mouth for Rohan Campbell.
Yeah,
but however, hear me out here real quick before you chime in. Now, I'm going to look back and I'm going to look at this probably before Halloween Ends because I actually enjoyed this. I'm going to go back and be like, when I think Rohan Campbell, I'm going to associate Silent Night, Deadly Night instead of Halloween Ends. I mean, I'm still going to remember Halloween Ends because it's fucking traumatized me. But I'm definitely, it didn't traumatize me. It upset me. I was upset.
We like being traumatized though, but not in that way.
No. So I'm going to look back and go, yeah, Halloween Ends sucked. But Silent Night, Deadly Night that he was in was actually pretty good. So, like, it softens the blow for me now with Rohan Campbell.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like this is kind of unjustified hatred towards Rohan Campbell right now because it's not like he wrote the fucking movie.
And you know what? You're right. He didn't write it. He was just in it. And
he got
can't
paid to
place
be in
the
it.
blame on him. I just...
If someone offered you a bunch of money, you'd be in a shitty-ass movie, too, even if you disagreed. I know there are some actors and actresses out there that will not agree to do a movie once they read the script because it's fucking trash and they don't want their names attached to it.
Yeah.
But, like, Rohan Campbell, I don't want to say that he's newer into the acting world, but he's not really well-known. Is that right to say?
I'd say that, yeah. He's not like a big name or anything yet. I mean, he's probably still doing like the kind of, well, I mean, obviously Halloween Ends was a big deal. But Silent Night, Deadly Night, this is more of like a movie for the horror fans because it went straight to Screambox. It wasn't in theaters or anything like that.
I think it was.
Was it in theaters? Oh, man, you know what? It was probably like in theaters for a fucking weekend or something like that, like limited release. And then
coffee break.
Yeah, like a coffee break. And then it got sent to Screambox. And that's where we watched it. We watched it on Screambox. And you're right. I do have like misguided hate towards Rohan Campbell because of Halloween Ends. But hey, if I was offered that kind of money to be in like a fucking trash movie, fucking pay me. I probably would have done the same thing. So Rohan Campbell, I'm sorry. I'm giving you way too much hate than you deserve, and I actually enjoyed your performance in this, and it kind of softens the blow now of the Halloween Ends fiasco.
He was in The Monkey?
The Monkey? The one that we reviewed?
Did we review it?
Yeah, we reviewed
Oscar
that.
Perkins movie?
Yes, he was in that. He played like a cop or something. I enjoyed that one too. That was fun. So, Rohan Campbell, I'm sorry. You did well. You did really good in this. I do have like a major gripe with this movie, though. Everything else was like pretty good, but there's just like one thing that like kind of really took it down for me.
Okay, let's hear it.
The ending. It felt rushed and like just not, I don't want to say poorly executed, but just like they kind of just threw it together real quick. Like they just had to get it done fast and then like end the movie.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of felt like to me. Because the whole time there's like this serial killer he's a serial killer or a serial kidnapper called the actually, what was his name again? Wasn't this
Charlie? No, Charlie was his inner voice.
Yeah, Charlie's the inner voice. The Snatcher. That's it. The Snatcher. Because I want to say like I keep wanting to associate it with the grabber, but it's not.
That
the
pissed
grabber.
me. That I was just gonna say that pissed me off because the grabber and the Snatcher basically do the same thing.
Yeah,
they take kids.
Yeah, exactly.
They could have been a little more original as far as the name goes.
I could see that. Yeah. So the Snatcher, he showed up out of nowhere in this house with like not a house, so like kind of like an office type building, a small little thing, kind of one that you would see at a construction site type deal. And I think it wasn't a construction site. It was like a tree. They were selling Christmas trees and shit. So there's like this whole fucking ball pit, and he shows up out of nowhere in that ball pit, and Billy fucking kills the shit out of him, and like he loses his mask. The Snatcher's wearing a mask the whole time, a Santa mask. He loses his mask. It's some old guy we've never seen, and that was all we saw.
Yeah, you briefly see him in the beginning, like just the back of his head.
Yeah.
Right. And then that ball pit scene I thought was pretty cool. This dude made his own ball pit in the bottom. Like was it a shed or a shack of some sort?
It was borderline a shack, but it was like, I'd say, okay, it was more of a shack. It wasn't really like an office type deal, but they had like a bed and shit in there. And that's where like the kids were sleeping before he threw them into the fucking ball pit. Very cool scene. I enjoyed that ball pit scene. That's definitely fucking twisted shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so rushed. And I was like, oh, okay, well, they built this killer up this whole time, and that's all we get from it?
That was my gripe with this story here, is because the whole movie, especially original, I'm really trying not to compare it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't compare it. There's just references. It is completely different. It's its own thing.
Yeah, it is its own thing, and I'm trying not to compare them, but like the whole movie, Billy is the villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Billy's the bad guy. He's going around killing people who are bad. He's got the whole Dexter thing. He's got his own code.
Yeah.
Right? He's only killing bad people. And then this thing with the Snatcher just comes up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the third act of the movie.
Yeah, just like randomly, like, oh, here's the Snatcher. And, he kills Pamela's dad. Pamela is the love interest, by the way. Kills the dad. And then Billy confesses, like, this inner voice that he has, which is Charlie, to Pamela, and just telling her, like, that he's basically a serial killer and he kills bad people, and this voice guides him and stuff like that. So yeah, he's almost like Dexter. He's got this code, whereas in the original, it is a completely different ballgame. The original is Billy as a kid. I think his name's Billy in it as well, right?
Yeah, Billy. That they kept the name.
Okay, good. So Billy in the original saw his parents murdered by a Santa, goes to the orphanage where shit's still fucked up there. By the way, I watched it recently. There's a lot of sex in that movie. Just like
the original, yeah.
Unnecessary sex for no reason. Just it's like, okay, whatever. Just but they're abiding by the rules of horror movies.
So
you have sex, you die. That's how it is.
That's another thing that kind of like irritated me a little bit, is why did they need to change the setting? I thought the toy store, because he worked in a toy store.
Yeah. So he worked in a toy store in the original, and this one he worked in a gift shop.
It's like a gift shop.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that didn't need to change, but...
Yeah, it could have been a toy store. They could have kept even more similarities. But yeah, just kind of going back, the original, after Billy is like in the orphanage and he deals with all that fucking lunacy and processing his trauma, later on, he puts on the Santa suit and basically has a psychotic break. Mm-hmm. And then he starts killing everyone. He doesn't end up killing like the person that killed him, nothing like that. It's just like he loses his mind and he starts killing people that he thinks are bad. So this one, on the other hand, is Billy does watch his parents get killed, and he does experience the whole scene with going to visit the grandfather in a mental institution.
Yeah.
And like same deal, except the grandfather dies right in front of him. And then we see like the next thing is the parents are pulled over by the car on the roadside, same type deal. Santa comes out, kills the dad, kills the mom. Billy survives, but not before like the mother kicks the Santa in the throat with her heel, and he's bleeding out, he's dying. And then what happens is when Billy goes to this Santa that's like dying on the ground, the one that just killed his parents, there's like this weird, like he grabs his hand and it's like almost like a transference. And I was kind of thinking like, okay, where the fuck is this going? Because this is definitely not someone who's like crazy. There's like an inner monologue where they're like trying to help each other. Mm-hmm. This isn't a crazy person. This is someone who's like, has someone who's guiding him to make sure he's doing the right thing. So Charlie was like, he even said it later on, it's like a father figure to him. And he would guide him to these people. So it's like this whole entity deal that is able to pinpoint these bad people so that way he can punish them. And I like the premise, but there was a lot of differences between this Silent Night, Deadly Night, and the original.
Yeah, there were, but I don't fault them for it. I think it just, like I said before, it works.
Mm-hmm. It does.
I don't understand why the title, you go into it thinking you're going to get a full-blown remake.
Yeah, of course. And that's what we were thinking too. When we heard it was being remade, I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Yeah.
And it is its own thing. This probably couldn't even, like you said, it shouldn't even be Silent Night, Deadly Night. It probably should just be something else. But it worked. It was good. I had a good time watching it. The kills were great. My favorite scene of the whole movie is probably the Nazi party.
Oh, my God. So leading up to this, though, I like when Charlie gives him a target, right?
Yes.
And then you have that big text that pops up on the screen. What was Delilah? Was it
Delilah? Yes. Delilah, right? Or something like that. Yeah. Something started with a D.
And it said kill. Delphine.
Delphine. That's it. Thank you.
It said on a screen, it said kill Delphine. And then he shows up at this party and he sees everything that's going on. All this, like, it's literally a white power rally.
Yeah.
And then you see it like the kill Delphines, or the Delphine gets crossed off, and then it just says Nazis.
Yeah.
Kill Nazis.
Yep.
And then he starts going fucking crazy with an axe.
So
awesome.
good. Just
it was awesome.
Slaughtering everyone. There's so many dead people in this scene. Via
blood
AX.
budget. The blood budget was right in this scene.
Yes. Right into this scene. The voice was telling him that you should use a gun. And he says, Billy says, guns are for pussies. And he just goes in with a single fucking axe and just hacking the shit out of everyone at this Nazi Christmas party. And that was awesome. Just nothing wrong with seeing a bunch of Nazis get got.
No, I love it. It's fucking awesome.
Great. It's great.
But he doesn't get Delphine in this scene. She ends up escaping.
Yeah.
And she's like on a motorcycle and he chases her.
Yep. And just
chopping her head off.
Chops her head off as she's driving by. And I do like the little, the funny reference later on where the cops are asking if they know her. And he goes, not off the top of my head. But the top of her head basically was just cut off, like from the jaw off. But that was a great scene.
That's another thing that they kept, though. The double-sided axe, a callback to what Billy used in the original.
Yep.
And then I'm watching this whole movie and I'm like, they better have the fucking bow and arrow.
And they did.
And they did.
Yep.
So complete. I was happy.
Yeah. Oh, the deer kill. The antler kill as well. They had that.
Oh, pushes her into antlers. Yep.
Yep. So all these people that he was killing were really bad people. His first kill was the what are the name of those people? It's not orphanage. It's like people that watch the kids before they go off to parents.
Foster family.
Thank you, foster family. So it was the foster mother, and she was like beating the kids. And obviously that's bad. You know, you shouldn't be fucking beating kids. And he ended up killing her because Charlie said that you have to kill her. But then he started pointing him to all these really bad people. We first get a glimpse of Billy as an adult. It basically goes child, adult. We don't even get the whole story of him being in an orphanage or anything like that. We only really get like a small portion later. Instead of an orphanage, he's with a foster family. So there's a difference there as well. But, and also no brother. He didn't have a brother in this.
Yep.
Yep. So it was just him and his mom and his dad. So a lot of differences. I still liked it. Like I said, I had a good time watching it. I was pleasantly surprised watching this movie.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, pleasantly surprised. And oh, dude, I went in with such low expectations, though. Let me tell you, same thing.
Did you watch the original like right before you watched this?
I did, because I wanted a refresher. I haven't seen it, and you know what? I saw it at one point, but it's been so long that I fucking barely remember it. So going back and getting that refresher helped. So that way I had a clear comparison to what I just saw.
I think I have the OG vinyl score.
Nice.
Somewhere. There's a good score. They did it. That's another thing they kind of kept true in this movie, is that 80s synth style soundtrack that we got.
Love it. You know, I love my 80s synth.
Yeah, for sure. We both
great.
do. Especially when you can recreate it, like a movie that, you know, came out in 2025 and you can recreate that same feeling with the music.
Yeah.
That we had when the original came out. Of any movie, really, being able to recreate that sound in this day and age.
Yeah, I love that they're starting to do that now, and they're starting to bring back that like 80s sound, because I somewhat grew up in the 80s. I mean, I was born in 82.
You were born in like 72 or something.
I was born in 1805. So
that's closer to what I thought.
Yeah, exactly. So I grew up in the 80s a little bit. So I got like first hand experience of the 80s sound, but obviously like most of my music came into like in the 90s, where I was like, you know, listening to Nine Inch Nails and new metal and things like that. But I did get my taste of the 80s as I was growing up, so I do have that fond appreciation for it. It's a great time. I love that synth sound. And if you go back and you listen to some of that 80s music, man, it still fucking hits.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's fucking great. It's just,
especially movie soundtracks.
Yeah, especially movie soundtracks.
So you got like guys like Harry Manfredini, John Carpenter. Who's the guy that did the Chucky ones? Child's Play.
Oh, that's a good fucking one. Let's see.
Because I know Bear McCreary did the remake, and it's still awesome, even though the remake was trash.
Let's see. Oh, there's a Waxworks. Sold the fuck out. Yeah, you have it, don't you?
Yeah, I have all of them.
Yeah, Joseph Renzetti.
Yeah, I have 1, 2, and I don't know if they did 3 yet, but I have them all, and I have the remake. Bear McCreary is a great composer too for that type of stuff.
Yeah. So great score, but also Terminator. That was another awesome score. So I grew up in like the 80s with some really awesome scores, but like also the like popular music in the 80s with the synth and everything. I grew up in a pretty cool time. So a good period of time for music.
Yeah. You know what I appreciated about this movie too is the character building.
Yeah.
They did a very good job of telling Billy's story. The fact that they built, like, Charlie built him up to be a monster, but then you have that one scene where Billy is, I forget where he was, but he had the box cutter in his hands and he's looking at a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
And he wants to kill all these kids so bad. And you're like, wow, this guy is a fucking lunatic. But Charlie won't let him do it because he doesn't fit the code.
Exactly. It's like a little bit of a Dexter deal. It was the scene where the kids were going to see Santa, and Charlie was immediately like, this is a bad idea for you to put the suit on.
Yeah, that's right. He dressed up as Santa at the gift shop.
Yep. Dressed up as Santa as a gift shop. So that was pretty similar to the original, where Billy put on the Santa costume and basically had a psychotic break and started killing all sorts of people. So this one, wearing the Santa costume just kind of puts him into a different headspace. And he's about to like have these kids on his lap. As you said, he had the box cutter, and he's got the fucking blade extended. And Charlie's like, just listen to me, kid. I'll tell you what to do. Just calm down. Just being like the voice of reason in his head. So it's the character building. Immediately you're thinking at the very beginning that Billy is a fucking psychopath who's just going around as a drifter killing people. Mm-hmm. Which, okay. He's just going around as Santa killing people. And then he's like trying to make himself a better person, and he's still a psychopath. No, we find out that through character building that he's got this code. Like you said, it's kind of like Dexter. And some of these people are real fucking bad, man. The person that came into the store and that was kind of like grabby with Pamela.
Oh, yeah.
That dude killed his wife. We find that out later on, because what happens is it's almost like a spider tingle that they get. Like Charlie goes, I got that feeling. He's like pointing him to say like, hey, there's someone here that is bad fucking news. We have to take care of him. And I like what they do with the advent calendar as well.
Oh my God, I love that. That was a cool touch.
That was a cool touch.
He's like collecting trophies. Yes. Again, like Dexter.
Exactly, like Dexter. So like he would do like a thumbprint type deal in the advent calendar. And he would do all this, by the way, like around Christmas time. Throughout the rest of the year, they're all just hanging out. They're having their good times. You know, it's just Charlie and Billy, and they're just doing their thing, whatever. Having a good time.
We forgot to mention the thumbprints he's making are with victims' blood.
Yes, exactly. I should have clarified that. It's with victims' blood. So it's pretty cool. He's got this calendar that does it every single year. So it's just like, I think it's blood on top of blood on top of blood, man.
Yeah, because it was fucking gross.
Yeah, it's fucking gnarly. The importance of that, though, is if he misses a day in that Christmas season, then someone dies. Someone like that isn't supposed to die dies. So like an innocent person, right?
Yeah.
So that's what happens, unfortunately, with Pamela's dad, who's the boss at the place that Billy's working at. He gets shot in the back of the head trying to save a kid who was like kidnapped by, what the fuck is his name again?
You were going to say,
the Snatcher.
I would have said the grabber.
Yeah, I was close to saying the grabber, but no, the Snatcher. The Snatcher ends up shooting Pamela's father in the head, and that's when Billy starts confessing things to her like, what if I can help you get him? And she's fucking down, dude. That's a ride or die right there.
So I had this like theory, which kind of ended up happening, and we'll get there if you want to talk about the ending. But
sure.
The way that Pamela and Billy were communicating with each other in the beginning of the movie when they first meet, especially when she goes to the hockey arena. Mm-hmm. And she sees her sister, was it brother or whatever? Getting harassed by the other kids. And she charges out onto the ice. Like she snaps. She has anger, right?
Right.
She snaps and she starts beating a kid with a fucking hockey stick. And I'm like, they're going to become a serial killer couple by the end of this movie.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking some Mickey and Mallory type shit.
Yep. She's got this like inner, just like Billy. And they're going to be, which like I said, kind of ends up happening, but we'll get there.
Yep. Which is funny because clearly they're a match made in, I don't know, hell. These because he has this voice in his head and he's just killing all sorts of people. And she's a fucking nut job who's like his ride or die. And she's like, all right, well, I'm going to fucking ride this out and I'm going to see where he brings me, because she's in the car with this kid. And now he's telling her that I've killed all these people and they're all bad people. And she's like, well, why?
It was such a casual conversation too.
It is such a casual conversation. And he's like, you're not a bad person. That's why I haven't killed you. And I think it really fucking connects with her when they get there and they see all these kids in the ball pit. And that's when she's like, no, they weren't dead.
Were they not dead?
No, they were alive. They were just like fucking passed out, basically. So she's saving all these kids, and like he's also saving the kids as well. Like, well, they both are. So I think she's starting to realize, like, okay, yeah, he might be a little crazy, but there's something supernatural happening here that you can't fucking deny. It's not like he had prior knowledge that, okay, these kids are all going to be here. The fucking voice is telling them that, like, about all these bad people. Here's what I would have done differently with the end. I think that this Max guy, who was her ex-boyfriend, should have been a more pivotal role in being the Snatcher.
So, I mean, I sort of made a comment about that in the beginning in my notes, how she gets that phone call from him and she's like, yeah, my ex won't leave me alone. I thought that was foreshadowing of some kind, but
I thought so too, yeah.
Nothing ever comes of it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everything was good up until the end, where it was like they just fucking threw it together real quick and then it was fucking done.
You're right. It should have been Max.
It should have been Max because he's a cop. You know, he's got all these things at his disposal, which is able to like keep him off the track of being caught and finding like certain types of kids and everything. Like, he has those tools at his disposal as being a cop. So I was thinking that maybe he would be the Snatcher, but it wasn't. He just turned out to be a guy that helped out the Snatcher and got paid to locate kids. It could have been better. If he was the Snatcher, I thought that would have been great. And I would have been very happy with this whole movie.
Yep.
I'm still happy with it. I still liked it.
I was very happy with it too, but like you said, it was just, I just thought it was odd that there was basically a second plot.
Yeah.
That was thrown in at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't make sense with
I agree.
who it was.
Yeah. No, I agree. They should have built it up for a little longer. Maybe at the beginning they kind of did. They were showing like missing posters and stuff like that, but there should have been like more rumblings of the Snatcher, maybe make it a little more prominent. Right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it really kind of came into full gear with the Snatcher more towards the third act. So I think if they added a little more here and there, maybe like some sort of news report about a Snatcher getting another kid, I don't know, throw in a little bit more about it. And
yeah, that's all they had to do was just add a little backstory to this person.
Yeah, maybe
but he just appears.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he just appears. It's an old guy that we don't even really get to see his face. Like, the mask comes off for a second. It's an old guy. They're just stabbing each other like crazy, but you don't see anything otherwise. You just see them stabbing each other in the stomach. And
Billy finally gets to use his box cutter.
Yeah, exactly. Finally. But yeah, that's my only gripe about this thing, man. Otherwise, I would want to. Well, I'm not gonna give my score just yet because we're still talking about it. I mean, yeah, man, I liked it though. I thought it was great. But I think we can honestly start getting into the reviews here.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? I want people to see this movie. If you don't have Screambox, you should get Screambox. It's fucking cheap enough. What is it at these days?
I think it's like $9 for, I don't know, is it the year?
Let's see. $9 a year. No. What do you... You compare us in nickels.
Yeah. Go get that penny jar and bring it to the Coinstar machine. $6.99 a month.
It's fucking cheaper than a Starbucks cup of coffee. Like one of my fucking bougie cups of coffee that I usually get.
You can fucking get 2 cups of coffee for that price.
Yeah. Premium yearly, $60 a year. That's fucking nothing. Let's do that math for a second because I'm bad at... Well, actually, I'm pretty decent at math. I think I just don't want to commit to doing $60 divided by 12, which is probably like $4.98. Let's see. 60 divided by 12. Well, it's 5, but it's $59.99. You know what? Let's see how close I am.
You're mathing?
$4.99 a month if you pay one shot a year. I said $4.98. It's fucking a cent off.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Thanks. So yeah, $5 a month if you pay for the year. Screambox is great. Like when we got wind of them, we're like, all right, fuck yeah, let's try it out. And yeah, they've been really good to us. So yeah, that's our cheap plug for Screambox. You're welcome. This goes out to the millions of people that are listening to us.
The millions and millions.
All right, I think we should just get into it. Y'all deserve to see this movie. We're not going to go super crazy in depth. Corey, what do you give Silent Night, Deadly Night 2026?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Okay, respectable.
This is one of those rare remakes that actually works, which already feels suspicious. The story is solid, and it's original enough that it doesn't just feel like a lazy copy-paste of something we've already seen 100 times. Rohan Campbell does a great job as Billy, too. He makes the character feel like an actual person shaped by trauma instead of just another generic slasher villain. It gives the whole thing a little more weight than you'd expect. The ending very clearly sets up a sequel with a new main character, which usually would annoy me, but honestly, I'd be interested to see where they take it. I was very surprised with this.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it either. Like a Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, and obviously we're not going to give it away, but we'll just say Rohan Campbell will still be in there, more than likely. Mm-hmm. But I think it is set up for there to be a sequel. It's wide open. But man, I agree. I'm going to go into my review now. Same thing. Gonna go with a 4 out of 5 on this. This was a good and interesting retelling of Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I bet a lot of people who are fans of the original will shit on it, and I'll be the first to admit that when I went into this movie, I went in with the lowest of expectations because of, Rohan Campbell and Halloween Ends, and the whole thing left a bad taste in my mouth, as we discussed earlier. But this was a great retelling. As you said, it is not a copy-paste, and we see that often as like copy-paste movies, and we're just like, whatever, it's just fucking modernized. It's like no big deal. There's nothing to it. This is its own thing. As opposed to the first one, like rather than the kid letting the murder of his parents consume him, turning him into a maniac killer, this was more of a transference of power to kill actual naughty people instead of just going around and killing people because they thought they were naughty like the first one. The gore was good, score was solid, and Rohan Campbell's performance in Silent Night, Deadly Night redeemed my first experience of him. Maybe I'll meet him at Texas Frightmare. So who knows? He's going to be there, right?
Yeah.
So I was having like this vision in my head, like, what if I fucking meet this guy and I go, listen,
just ream him out.
Just ream him out and then say, and totally redeem yourself. Kind of like a Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Exactly like that. Like I had this idea in my head. Like I know, I'm going to wrap it up in a second. I had this idea in my head, like, listen, I saw Halloween Ends. Not great. Kind of bad. I was very upset. But then I saw you in Silent Night, Deadly Night, and it changed everything I thought about you. I love this. I thought it was great. The ending was kind of a bummer because it could have been better. It could have been set up better. It felt too rushed. That's the only bad thing about this movie. If that's the only bad thing about this movie, that's great for a remake, right? So, yeah. If you want to see Silent Night, Deadly Night, you can watch it now on Screambox. All right, everyone, help out our algorithm by liking, following, and subscribing to us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, and Slasher. Yes, all of them. No, we're not sorry.
Leave us a 5-star review on every podcast platform you use so strangers can also regret listening to us. Tell your friends, too, because misery loves company.
Our intro and outro music is courtesy of Andrew Scott Bell. Go listen to him on all major streaming platforms. And if you see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey on vinyl in the wild, be sure to buy it immediately like a responsible adult.
We're part of the Shining Wizards Network. Wrestling, heavy metal, horror, basically everything your parents warned you about. Go check them out at shiningwizardsnetwork.com.
Visit 30screamsorless.com to buy some merch.
Want us to review something? Contact us through our website or scream into the void on social media. Same difference.
Also, freshen up your face with Beard Octane and save some money while you're at it. Be sure to use the code 30screams10 at checkout to save 10% off your order, because your beard deserves better than neglect and regret. Smell good, look alive, and scare people for the right reasons. I'm Steve.
And I'm Corey.
And thanks for listening to 30 Screams or Less, and don't forget to drink your beans.